Welcome back to Valheim Modded, a series in which survival, danger and adventure go far beyond vanill's limits. Last episode we fortified our village and began shaping the Great Wall around our moat. But today, we leave our starter base behind and turn it into something truly legendary. Welcome back to Valheim Modded. This is episode 8. First things first, I downloaded a couple of new mods. It goes in this order: Plant Build, Torches Eternal, Valheim Cuisine, No Build Dust, Structure Tweaks, and Magic Bows. And I'm going to showcase one mod right now. If we go into the cauldron, you can see that we have quite a lot of food that we can craft. That's right, Valheim Cuisine adds 300 new types of foods into this game. So we can cook up every single fish in this game. We even have svid over here, which is Icelandic. Instead of a boar, we usually use lamb. Now these new dishes give us quite a lot of HP, stamina and Aether. And it just basically allows us to cook whatever the hell we want, to be honest. And one special thing that I really like about this mod is that you can craft it. So you can see over here, we got boar svid, and we even have a troll svid over here that we can put on top of a large dining table. And I thought to myself, we cannot really put that anywhere. We don't have a fancy or pristine enough place for that. So I think it's time to go and change our starter base into a grand hall. As you can see here, I have the line split straight down the middle. It is perfectly symmetrical. We will have 2 towers, one on each side, to hold the palisades that we need to enter to get into the castle. And as you can see, the outline is quite big. That is because we are going to be utilizing as much space as we can for our main base. But obviously enough space so that we can walk around with our mounts as well. I have quite a lot of plans for this, but we cannot really do it just yet. Now the last 2 episodes we've been building quite a bit. The outpost and the Great Wall. And because of that, we really don't have any resources. So that means we are going to start this video off with a big resource montage. So, without further ado, let's get this started. Now for a little bit of gems. A little bit of copper. That was pretty badass. Whoa. Level 2 troll, man. That's crazy. A little bit of stone as well. And here is all the loot that we gained from our resource montage. We got a full chest of gems, wood, stone, and metal, miscellaneous, some meat, and some items. And so it is time to say goodbye to our first base. We are going to be transforming it into a grand castle, worthy of its predecessor. So say farewell, people. Let us begin. So, here we are. Our castle is complete. Now let me walk you through this. This is our main gate. We have 2 portcullis before our entrance. You open it like so, and it goes up into its storage hangar right there. The same with the iron one. You open it, and it goes up there. And then you got the main door. You walk in here, you have a T-path leading to each tower on the sides. As you walk in here, you have a little bit of decoration, which we can always add a little bit more, but you go up to this elevator right here. And this is our storage room. I think we are going to be a lot more organized now. As you can see down here, we have all of the dungeons, crypts, caves, we have the essentials, stone, flint and coal. Then we got the fine wood and whatnot over here, which is more like for the miscellaneous, tree stuff and honey, yada yada. And on these corners over here, it is sort of random. You can put whatever you want, because sometimes you just have to run into your base and, well, drop things off so you can keep on going. That is exactly what I did here. If you go upstairs with this elevator, you have access to these gems over here. And the food, I've categorized it into health food, eater, and wait, it should be stamina. Okay, I will fix that later. Over here we have the veggies and berries, and also the meats. And on each side, as you can see, we have a wing for both the armory and the workshop. Over here we have all of our smelted ingots ready to be used. I've placed down all the essentials, but it is not very tidy. I will have to upgrade this later on, of course. Over here, same thing. I kinda jammed it all in here to have the essential upgrades. I really want your input on how exactly I should organize our armory over here. Same goes with the workshop. And over here we have 2 paths and an elevator. These 2 paths lead to the peak downs right over here. You can also peak down for this one, but it is more for the portcullis, because this is sort of the kill zone. Same goes over here. You have a little bit of peek downs for your archers that you can look out of and shoot at the main gate. You can go down these spiral stairs over here to go into the little porch. And we have Freddy and Teddy on both sides. They are ready to assist us. And I also added these little bit of spikes here to make it a little bit more grand. And a brazier. I think it's very tidy, very neat. And when you get into this room, you see there's no way up. But in fact, you just have to click this and an elevator comes down to pick you up. And once you're up here on this big tower, you can look down at the beautiful village that we have. You can even walk down here if you want to, look down into the workshop and armory, or look out to the observatory where it will be eventually. And then we have this elevator in the main hall. When we go up it like so, we are in the upper stories. This is totally empty right now because I didn't want to add too much. I wanted your ideas as well, of course. But we have this elevator in the middle that will allow us to go 1 story at a time. We can go again like so. And here we are at the top floor. We have beautiful pictowns with Odin's banner on each side over here. Gotta pay respect to Odin, man. You have a little bit of look down to behind of the castle and a little bit of tower that you cannot really see out of, but it is very nice. And here is the main view. Our entire village at our feet. This is a glorious sight, yes. And yes, you can walk down here on each side as well to look into these circular windows. You got these Fey lights, I think it's called. And you have these battlements over here that you can also pick down with your archers. All in all, it is a very nice build in my opinion. It took a little bit of time, of course, but I think it's a good upgrade from our starter base. Now, I have been thinking about something as well. If we go out of here, you can see our Great Wall. And honestly, I love it. It is very, very good. But it is using this crude stone over here. And it is so much different to use this pristine refined stone that I've been using for our castle. It makes it a lot bigger in my opinion. And so I've been thinking, why should I not just replace all of our wall with a refined one? We might even gain some FPS from that as well, because we used so many small pieces for each of these sections. And for example, we have an aperture over here, which is exactly what I was trying to do with these ones. But we only need this one. You see how skinny it is in comparison to this one, which in fact is not very beautiful. I'm thinking about changing it all into these beautiful pieces so we have even more space. You will see that. I'm not so sure what I'm gonna be doing with these stations. Maybe I'll leave them as is, but we'll see. Same goes for this one. I like this tower as it is, so I don't want to change it. I might change these floors out for the better floors as well, and the apertures over here, to make it feel a little bit bigger. But of course, this tower I'm not going to touch. It took a little bit too long to create this beast, and I did it on both sides. And I started on that one, and I had to do this one by going over and mirroring everything. It was very complex, man, but you know, it came out pretty well, I think. There is still so many things that we have yet to do. We still have the dock, the lighthouse, the observatory, but we are coming across a big problem now, and that is the instance count. We have basically 13,000 instance counts in our village, which, as some of you veterans know, 15 or 20,000 instance count is usually the breaking point for most PCs. My PC can handle a little bit, as you can see. I'm running 70 FPS in this village, and that is pretty good. But by changing every single thing of these little small parts over here, we might be able to gain quite a bit of FPS as well. But I've also been thinking about something crucial, something that will entirely change our series. I wanted to build everything over here, but the truth is, we might not be able to do as much with a dock, lighthouse or observatory as we wanted to. So that brings me to a solution. The best place to build in Valheim is out at sea, as you saw with our sea fortress. So I am thinking we will be building another base over there that will be tier 2. Not yet, but pretty soon, so we can fill everything out, build an island for ourselves, which we can control the instance count completely. And I think that will save us so much, because I really love this base that we built and I don't want to get rid of it. Never. But we might have to think in solutions for building mega projects, because I cannot place any more over here. That is a sad thing, I know. But before I forget, I also have another thing I added in this episode, and that is the Undercroft. Here we have an entirely new space for us to work with. It is very big, so we have storage for quite a lot of things. But if you go in here, we have another hallway that leads into a T-junction. Over here you can go to the left, and we have an exact replica of the first room, which we can build some gigantic things. Same goes here. This is a dead end through the middle, so we can go through here, and another room awaits. But I'm not sure if it works. Let me go ahead and check this out. And yes, as you can see here, we can build whatever we want. We can make walls, we can add storage in here and whatnot to make it really suit us. And this is something I could use out at sea, so we could actually get a lot more storage. But yes, today we have done quite a bit. We have upgraded our starter base into something more legendary. So, this is where the episode comes to a close. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.